Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with this quick little video about Sunspot. Now, who is Sunspot? Sunspot is also known as Roberto da Costa. Now, he was a soccer player when his powers first emerged. Now, he joined the New Mutants after his girlfriend, Juliana, was murdered by, well, not really murdered, but she was kind of caught in the crossfire in a confrontation with the White Bishop of the Hellfire Club, this guy. So he joined the New Mutants after that happened, and then he joined the Fallen Angels. So here are the Fallen Angels here. He joined up with the Fallen Angels with Warlock. Warlock kind of went after him. So it's kind of neat that Mcoc is, or not Mcoc, but really Kabam is releasing Warlock and Sunspot together. It all makes total sense, right? So he joined the New Mutants, and here he and you can see up in the upper right-hand corner is Sunspot, and in the left-hand corner over here is Warlock. So they joined up with the New Mutants, and then they left and went to join up the Fallen Angels for a brief time. Now, Sunspot is actually the CEO of several companies, including AIM. So we all know what AIM is, right? The Advanced Idea Mechanics. It was a villainous organization, so scandalous. Now, he was also Black Rook in the Hellfire Club because his father passed away and his father was a Black Rook in the Hellfire Club. But then Sebastian Shaw promoted him to the Black King, and after Shaw was forced to step down due to an injury, Sunspot ascended to Lord Imperial. So that's pretty cool. And then Sunspot and Cannonball, they were recruited by the Avengers, and Sunspot renamed AIM from Advanced Idea Mechanics to Avengers Idea Mechanics. So I thought that was pretty cool little tie-in there, and we'll get to that here in a minute when we go over some of his abilities in the game. Now, Sunspot, he has the ability to absorb solar energy and convert it to use as physical strength. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, well, he's only powerful in the daytime, right? Wrong. He can actually absorb light from the stars and the moonlight in order to be powered up at night. So that's pretty cool. He can fly from creating thermal updrafts, project heat, light, and concussive blasts of solar energy. He can enter into a powered up form, which is this form right here where he goes like totally black. And that he can only enter that form when he has absorbed sufficient amounts of solar energy. So this is basically his fully charged form, and this is how he looks he basically looks like he's completely devoid of power. So he looks pretty cool, right? He's a snazzy dresser, he's a CEO of companies, and he's super powerful. Now, I was kind of wondering, is Contest of Champions going to be true and kind of make him look similar to how he is in the comics? And they do, right? Look how snazzy he looks in his suit. And you see here, he is in his powered up form. He's pretty much all black, devoid of any color. So that's pretty cool. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Sunspot's abilities. Now, these were leaked by MCOC Journal and Otrix. So a big shout out to them for, putting this information out there so we get kind of an early glimpse to see what they are doing. Now, Sunspot's awakened ability is it increases his number of solar charges by 40. So he goes from 80 to 40. Okay, now Sunspot is immune to all incinerate effects. And he would suffer, if he would suffer an incinerate debuff, he generates 5 solar charges. He starts a max with 80, as I said. And 1 charge expires every 3 seconds. So that's pretty cool. Now, as long as he has solar charges, he's in flare state, and flare state is disabled, or if he is running out of solar charges, I can read, if they're all removed. Okay, so now whenever he makes contact with the opponent, he expends 1 solar charge per hit for each stack of flare state, and this increases the damage of that hit by 1049 for a 565 max sig. Remember, these numbers are for a 565 sig 200. Now, like in the comics, Sunspot can incinerate his opponent, dealing 209 energy damage over 5 seconds. These incinerates remove perfect block chance and lower the block proficiency by 50%. Now, if an incinerate fails to trigger, or if one is purified, like when charging his heavy, Sunspot gains 10% of a bar of power and 1 solar charge. So it seems like he's got a little bit of power gain here. As he gains power, though, the potency of any power gained by incinerates is reduced to up to 57%. So let's take a look at his Special attacks, special one kickoff. I liked how they tied that in to, you know, how he was a soccer player when his powers first emerged. So special one kickoff, Sunspot performs a dazzling combination of capoeira kicks. I'm not totally sure if I said that right. And gains an additional stack flare state. His incinerates inflicted during his special last 9 seconds longer. So you get longer on your incinerates during this special one. Special 2, ultraviolet radiation. This one sounds like it's going to look pretty cool, you know, with the whole eruption of lava type thing. I'm kind of interested to see that. The final hit of this attack expends up to 15 solar charges, and for each stack of flare state, Sunspot gains a prowess effect, increasing the damage dealt by 200%. So I really like when they add in prowess to champs. Not a lot of champs have prowess buffs, so I think that's pretty cool. Now let's look at his special 3, SPF 10,000. So this one unleashes a devastating blast of solar energy and recovers up to his max solar charges. For every 20 solar charges recovered, Sunspot inflicts 1 incinerate debuff, dealing 2098 energy damage over 12 seconds. Now I'm kind of assuming this is how Kabam is trying to tie in with the lore, making this, you know, his solar form or or powered up state, and that is what this concussive solar blast would be. So I think that's kind of cool. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his synergies. The new mutants. So he's got this synergy with Cable and Hela, and mutant champions ability accuracy is increased by 30% during specials and up to 60% based on Sunspot Sig level. So it looks like, as we go over this a little bit more, all of his synergies are based upon his Sig level. So we'll get into that. But I do like how they tied in with Cable and Warlock. They were with him with the new mutants, so I do like that a lot. All right, so AIM technology with Red Hulk and Mcoc. Science champions increase the duration and ability accuracy of any exhaustion, fatigue, heal block, petrify, slow, and weakness debuffs by 10% and up to 40% based on Sunspot Sig level. This is a nice little nod to how he is the CEO of AIM technology, so that's pretty cool. Leading Avengers with Captain America and Iron Man. Avengers and New Avengers, when fighting villain champs, reduce the potency of any power sting and damage over time effects by 10% up to 40% based on Sunspot's level. This is another really cool nod to when Sunspot spent time as an Avenger. So I do really like how Kabam is tying in the lore with the synergies. I think that is pretty awesome. Now he's got an enemies synergy. There we go, Katy. With Mephisto and Hela, where all champs gain plus 125 critical rating up to 325 based on Sunspot Sig level, and a friend synergy with Magic, Beast, Cyclops, New Xavier School, and Colossus, where all champions gain plus 130 armor rating up to 330 based on Sunspot Sig level. So honestly, I think probably the best out of these would definitely be the synergy with the Avengers, even though Captain America and Iron Man, you're really not going to use them, so I hate that they kind of take up a spot. And definitely the one with Cable and Warlock. So I think that's pretty cool. But that's all that I got, guys. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of Sunspot's lore? How do you think he's going to play out here in the game? Are you anxious to see what he's going to do, the damage that he's going to deal? I'm pretty pumped about it. Are you super excited for Sunspot? Let me know in the comments below, and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.